Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Pause for Prayer. I wanted to invite you today into my bedroom. I know that sounds weird. It feels weird to me too, but honestly, this is my office these days. So much so that this is where I work and do all of my preparation and make calls to all of you and even do lots of Zooms from right here in the same spot where I sleep. And I've so much fallen into this pattern that I keep calling it my office. I'm going back to my office when really I mean I'm going back to sit on the bed. Perhaps some of you find yourself in similar circumstances. But for me in particular, this is also the spot where I come to pray. In pre coronavirus days, I used to always take a moment in the morning, getting ready to go into the office and start into all of the many busy things of the day, to spend my time with God in exactly this same spot. Happens to be where I write most of my sermons, too. So it's kind of the place that God and I like to hang out. And I realized that if I started my day without taking that time to pause with God, then I would sort of lose sight of what all of the other busy work and ministry and church was supposed to be about. That I needed to ground my day every day in God. So I thought I'd bring you into this space and invite you to a similar kind of practice. It's gotten a little tricky with the lockdown happening because the place that I used to go just to pause and to be with God is the same place I now go to sit and crank out emails and do my work and all of those other things. And so I still have to find a way to boundary that space. So, what I normally do when I sit in this spot is I keep a book. This is my nightstand, and I will confess I tidied it yesterday. I did not tidy it today, but it's often not quite that tidy. But I keep a book on my nightstand right here. And this is a book that I don't let myself read any time other of the day. And I don't let myself read chapter after chapter after chapter. It's a book carefully chosen to be on a theme that is supposed to help me think about who God is and what God is about. And some people have a book like this that is just maybe one page, a very short reflection, maybe something like our Messiah devotions. I have discovered I need more time. And so I have to read a whole chapter of something. I need like at least 5 or 6 pages before I can clear my mind of the other things and really go a little bit deep in my prayer time. The one I'm reading right now is called Sabbath Keeping, and it's very timely about taking a pause to prayer. So I spend some time right in this spot before I leave for the day, reminding myself of who God is and what God is about, and reminding myself to pray not just for other people, but for God to be a part of my day. And so I'd like to invite you into that space and invite you to a time of personal prayer and devotion before you start your day, every day of the week, even if you don't leave the same spot on your bed. Will you pray with me? Dear God, okay, normally I don't do this out loud when I sit here in this spot. Normally, this is the place where you and I just hang out and I don't have to use words. But I've invited all these people in, so I guess we're going to have to talk out loud. God, this is the place where I come to you to remember that this church business and this Jesus stuff isn't just for everybody else, and it's not a job. It's about you and me. And it's about our relationship together and inviting other people to have that kind of life-giving and sustaining relationship in their lives. So I invite all of these people that are eavesdropping on us right now, like I asked them to stop and pray with you every day. And to just spend a moment remembering what their lives are all about, what all our lives are all about, which is drawing closer to you and remembering you're there before we go about anything else in our day. Thanks, God, for all of these people and the way they keep me going, and for you reminding me in this spot and in this day that you're here. Help me remember that as the rest of the day proceeds. Amen.